it's a hectic afternoon. I'm not going to be punishing you with the review of what we have covered, because some of us are beginning to be sorrowful. We could have covered much. The time is fast spent. Okay? We have so much that we still have need to do. So I want ultimate teamwork this afternoon. Did you hear that? Teamwork. Okay, so that at least I want us to finish the door-size bed and plant it. I also want us to master how to make. We could have done this yesterday. It's a tonic, like I said. You can use it in your detox programs. You can actually use it as a starter. Yeah, for those with the terrible skin, you can actually employ it as you change everything that we are getting the new start. And then this is one of those. But for me, I am on a money side of things. You can actually commercialize it. Back home, I call it Vitality Tonic. The same recipe, another guy calls it Detox Juice, right? It's very, very excellent. It's marvelous. All the nutrients that we get from the lemon is the major ingredient, garlic, ginger, as well as turmeric and cayenne pepper. You can also actually even use it for your flu shots. That's the also what you can use. Refrigerated, you can stay up a month. Okay, and refrigerated, those 10 days you can actually cover, because I normally use it in 10-day programs. It's one of those that I put on people on nice good raw foods, and then 10 days. The dosage is 50 milliliters just before the meals. Like, okay, the table is set before they eat. They just down 50 milliliters. In severe cases, you can actually add to 100 milliliters. Okay, so the recipe is 1 liter of lemon juice. Don't buy the lemon juice in your preferred supermarkets. It's real squeeze. It's real sauce, the juice. That one is apparently a lot of water, and then it is also preserved. That's why it also stays too long. That's quite a lot of lemon. Sometimes lemons are scarce, when we are off winter. You can actually, maybe 3/4 lemon juice and a little bit of the quarter you can actually add with the clean water. So 1 liter lemon juice. Okay, 20 grams ginger. 20 grams garlic, 20 grams. So it's equal amount, ginger and garlic, 20 grams. All right. Cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon. Level. Turmeric, 1/2 teaspoon. Your ginger and your garlic, you just chop them up. Don't crush them. All right? And then the rest, and then you just mix it, and then you brew it. Like you let it stand for 24 hours. Lemon juice. Yes, but I said, sometimes we've got scarcity of lemons. You can actually say 3/4 of the liter, so it's 750 milliliters lemon juice, and then you can top up with water. Yes. Sometimes we are in the country, we haven't really set up, and then we've got no refrigeration. You can just actually make, maybe probably just for 3 days, you can actually sustain it. But we can also make our own refrigeration in the countryside. How do we do that? We all know in Africa we've got clay pots. Okay. So we actually use a clay pot. You can have a bigger clay pot, okay, and a smaller clay pot where your bottle is going to fit. So in between there, you add sand, okay, and then you just sprinkle water on the sand. You have refrigeration. Okay, there's also those bags, jute, jute bags. The jute is D-U-T-E. No, J-U-T-E. We used to use them for us, the elders. Yeah, we used to use them longer. They were these days we've got plastic ones, but the material usually they are packing the one they are using to pack tobacco these days. That one, you can just wrap your bottle in that one or whatever container of water that you want to cool. Yeah, you can wrap it with that one and you make it, soak it, and then you can just hang it on the tree. It also cools it. So do not be dismayed that I do not have a refrigerator, I'm in the country. Just make sure those clay pots, you have them. So you can just design, okay, that's your own refrigeration. All right. I want you to wash your hands. Why are you on that kind of cell phone? Okay. I wanted to give you some duties. Who is not tired? Is that so? Okay, go and wash your hands. Go and wash your hands. Okay. You are tired, right? Are you serious? Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's important that she can. She was actually telling the mother what he was learning. So we have our ingredients. Please, if I can also have a chopping board, please, man. Right. Chef Owen has been actually telling us the importance of measurements. My Mandula, if I can have a bigger container, okay, with a bigger mouth, before we go to this one, just for us to put our juice, a little bit bigger than a liter. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. So we've got the measuring kitchen scale. We're going to also just have some, okay, this one is digital. We also have the manual one, and they are relatively not expensive. We should be able to afford them. This is our ginger, and this is garlic, and we have our turmeric, and we have our cayenne pepper. I encourage you to grow these things. Did you hear me? Much of the turmeric that you are buying in the streets or in the shops is actually diluted, because you give it to anything, it just colors anything. So usually they are adding cornstarch, and then same with the ginger. Many times the ginger that we are selling, this one should actually be expensive when it gets to powder form, but you find it's relatively very, very cheap. Tadala, can you go and wash our ginger? Oh, there's water here. Thank you so much. All right. If you can get us another dish so that at least she can be cutting and somebody else will be squeezing the juice. All right. So lemons. How many of us have got lemon trees at home? Okay. It looks like we are coming to a point where lemon is going to overtake orange as far as sales are concerned, ever since the wake of COVID. Okay, so one of the things that you can do with start growing lemons. Okay, you can just sell them as lemons as they are, but you can also now there's Vitality Tonic. You need to commercialize. All right, if you know grafting, get graft so that at least they quickly produce. Where we are going, remember, if your goal is 10 years, you grow. You. Rice is a seasonal. It's just one season. It's just for a year. You grow what you grow trees, right? You can start cutting so long. You cut and you squeeze the lemon juice in the while we are waiting for the other container. Sometimes we are tempted to use so much of our blenders. I don't want you to blend it, because if you blend it, it becomes so murky. But okay, if it's in case of emergency, you want to use it for the next 2 to 3 days, you can actually just blend everything. Okay, and then squeeze. So tomorrow when we're done, today we'll actually then sieve it, and then it's good to what? It's good to go. Okay, are we happy with that? I don't know what you're going to call it in here. I've already given you what I call it myself. I call it Vitality Tonic. Some other guy call it, can you measure that? We need 20, yeah. Here's your scale, if you can just measure. Okay, that's fine. You put your trash in here. Okay, well now you can just be cutting while she's squeezing. Cutting them into half. It's essential. Teamwork is necessary. I don't think I can ever overemphasize this much more. Teamwork is what? Is essential. Okay, he's cutting the lemons. She's squeezing. Okay, she's measuring. She also has to work on our garlic as well, and then she measures. Are you done? Okay, is it not going on? There was one when it came. Okay, there you go. Yeah, 20 grams. 20. I don't have a problem with you being a little bit generous. Okay, that's fine. We can do with that. Right, your 20 grams of garlic. You can just peel some garlic and then 20 grams of what? 20 grams of garlic. While I'm on that, I can do my recap whilst we are sorting this and waiting for the containers. Right. Yesterday we then went to the beehives and we saw what they were doing. Right. When we are now harvesting our bees, you just have to make sure the honey is ripe. How do you know that the honey is ripe? Yes, the combs are closed. And we said when honey is ripe, the water content is between 17 and 19%. But as you're going to be reading, some will be recommending up to 21%, but it's best at 19%. Some other nectars can actually have a water content of 16. The honey is quite thickish. I also even told you that there are over 300 types of honey globally, depending on the concentration of the nectar that the bees use. No wonder why you hear of manuka honey, eucalyptus honey, thyme honey, rosemary honey. So you can actually grow a whole field of rosemary. At some point, when they concentrate the nectar from rosemary, then it becomes rosemary honey. And therefore the benefits of those rosemary will be also in what? Mango trees. Mango is one of those favorite. Apparently, if when a mango matures with it's a kind of big tree, one mango tree is actually capable of giving you a harvest, a full harvest, a hive harvest of what? Of honey. So let's actually be growing trees as well. Where we are going, let's be inclined to raw foods, and raw foods will actually be much of the fruits, vegetables, and what? And nuts. Have you ever seen, if you eat like, okay, the way we have eaten, you become so foggy because the carbohydrates are heavy on what? On digestion. A lot of blood would have come from where? From the head to the stomach to help with what? With the digestion. That doesn't, if you go on a fruit diet, you don't suffer that for what we call it, food coma. Okay, many times we have eaten and we are drowsy and we go for lay activities. No wonder why we encourage digestive work, so that at least we balance our circulation. Because much of the time we eat, a lot of blood will come to the stomach to help, and then we become foggy. Growing our vegetables, one of the things that I wanted to talk, I'm going to put it to you now. I talked about the disease and pest management. And I said, much of the time you just tell people I'm going organic. They want to say, what do I do with the pest? What do I do with the diseases? As if that is our focal point. That is not our focal point. What do we say? What did we say? The first important thing that we should consider: nutrition, so that at least the immune system of the plant is what? Is strong. And exactly what we did there. If you have got funds to get your soil analyzed, you can actually even take it to labs. Full analysis, probably usually they just check the pH, the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are the macronutrients. But you also need, for a plant to be a plant, you also need the micronutrients. And then there are also trace elements. Yesterday we decoded, for us human beings, we need the carbohydrates, we need protein, we need vitamins and minerals, and we also need what? We also need essential fatty acids. We decoded that yesterday, isn't it? So also our plants. We also talked, there's a lot of nitrogen in the air. We agreed on that? Yes, 78% of nitrogen were in the air. Have you ever checked when it rains, after rains, you check on tomorrow, our plants are more lively. What's the cause? They also have benefited from the nitrogen that is coming from the air. And major times when you go and buy these bags of fertilizers, nitrogen is one of them. But apparently, if you go to the fertilizers company, they're just getting also from the air. They play around with electricity and gather it, and okay, they put it in them. And then probably you find on the bag it's written 7, 14, 7. Meaning, okay, 17, 7 will be nitrogen. Upon the ratio was now. Okay, and then in brackets, they also put a number there. Probably 32 or 33. All right? What does that number signify? The percentage. So of these nutrients, the whole bag is 50 kg and the percentage is 32%. The rest is just binding compound, which then pollute our river sources when it goes. You can see how much we've been. Yeah. But Mother Nature is apparently given us the very best, what we could work on and what we could just do. So those are the things. Be patient when we work with nature. Nature does not rush. Did you hear that? But she does her things very, very well. It's important that we know, but we are so much in a hurry, and then we apparently can do the best that we can with nature. I'm happy things are happening in here. Looks like we will get much more than we needed, but okay, we can make another batch. All right. Do you have any questions as far as Vitality Tonic is concerned, or okay, whatever you're going to name it here? Yes. Mm-hmm. No, we brew it, not boil. We let it stand. Yes, for 24 hours. So from today, tomorrow, these ones who are coughing, we will begin to charge them. Don't just give them for free. Yeah. I came here for money. Yeah, it was also a cost for me to come here, remember? Yeah. You, the organizers, know they to pay that I come here. Okay, yes.
I wanted to find out the restrictions or
it's taken as it is. I think we've got so much a burden of sweetening things. No, that's fine. I'm so I've already sorted you. But okay, I'm just going on a macro on all of us. Yeah, our teas, we want them sweetened in as much as we are going also on to. And let me dissuade you from that. Okay? Here is why. Honey is food for the bees. And you are taking advantage of them okay, for its medicinal properties. Our children, if we spare them, or ourselves, we will never know the taste of ginger. Because we want it what? We want it sweetened. Let's learn to drink these teas as they are. Learn to know, okay, this is hibiscus. You can really taste the hibiscus. It may take maybe up to 4 days, probably just so for you to really assimilate that taste. When God created, He created it all. If one lady was actually an author. If God wanted us to eat fried chips, He could have just grown them organically on trees, and we would pluck them and eat when they were what? When they are ripe. So this idea of okay, let your food be your medicine. Honey is medicine. No, we don't want the sweet and sweet and sweet. Let's learn to assimilate as they are. Also, even our bodies as well. To learn to interpret the benefits of this. So in as much as honey is good, perfectly, but okay, let's dissuade ourselves apparently from sweetening things. Sometimes we want it on your bread. But did you know the bread that you are sweetening is actually going to be turned into sugar anyway, because we are running on glucose. If you eat your bread, chew it nicely, you don't necessarily need honey. And apparently honey is acidic. Did I get you well? Yeah. Let me worsen it. Its pH around 3.9. Okay? But of course, we are saying in our diet, 20% should be good acid and the 80% should be what? should be alkaline. So those are the things that we can also, good things, let them have in their what moderation. Even Solomon says, yes, thou found honey, eat it as much, not too much, so that at least you come to a point where you vomit. So in principle, let us be temperate. So I'm not for the idea of putting honey on our breads. Isn't it that we are baking good bread? We now know how to bake good bread. So yeah, let's enjoy it. Probably okay. You can use anything else rather than just sweetening it with with honey. Okay. How are we faring, ladies? Yeah, the gentleman is run away. Okay. How much do we have here? About 500. Okay, you squeeze all of it. We will then probably okay, we still have some going. Okay, almost there. Then those you can just chop it up. No, don't peel it. Yeah, 900. Yeah, almost there. I think we should be able to get there. Okay, we can actually add some of it in here. Right, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. I think if you can just go to opening it, will just increase the surface area where the nutrients are going to move from here and go into our vitality tonic. Just roughly chop them. Not too small though. I'm hoping you are seeing and everybody is happy. If we had ingredients, everybody would have made their own and started detoxing themselves when they were on the way home. So you can make those arrangements, work it out, and then you start going. Do you have any questions? Huh? The dosage. Right. We have prepared your meal. It doesn't matter whether you are going or raw or whatever. 50 milliliters just before your meals. You've set your table, everything is ready. And then you start with 50 milliliters of this. You actually really feel it. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. People have written. Banda. Okay. No, 20 grams ginger, 20 grams garlic. So not 20 grams of ginger and. It's like you've combined the two for the 20 grams. That's going to make 40 grams. Yeah, you can add them. Mm-hmm. Hello? No, we're still going cayenne pepper. 1 level teaspoon. Can we have our measurements, please? The measurement spoons. Turmeric, half a teaspoon. Yeah. That must be turmeric, I think. Okay, so that's basically, and then you just stir it and you let it stand for 24 hours, and then you sieve it. Many times people get real food, they'll think if you give him, no, it's like, do you have this yellowish drink? What do you have in here? Your sobos, do you have an orange one? Yeah, something, okay, in Zimbabwe, the mazo is very famous, so people, but when they, what's this? It will be actually looking quite good, like you would drink it. Right, thank you, ladies. We're waiting for, how many liters we have now? Okay, you can just edit. All right, so we are just waiting for the spoons, and then we add cayenne pepper, and then it's done. Is it difficult to make? Huh? You just let it stand, yeah. You just set it and let it stand, and then yeah. We'll see if this to do tomorrow. But if you blend it, everything becomes murky. It will not come out as the juice that we want to come out. But okay, in emergency, it's everything is still good. But for this one, we don't want it murky. But okay, in case of emergencies, okay, we can actually just blend everything, and people can just drink it on the spot. All right. Yes, it's possible to if you blend it. Yeah, it needs murky state. I'll be happy to have another Mhizha. How much do we have here? A liter. 1,000 mils. All right. This is 1 liter as well, isn't it? It's more than a liter. Okay, that's fine. Then I'm happy. Can you gently pour it in here if it's more than a liter? And then, because this is business, remember? Packaging is what is essential. Because many times, okay, before anybody will buy the product, probably they are just buying the packaging. Yeah, the way you present it will be easy, will be very, very, thank you so much. I think it's really for sure above. Avoid seeds in it. Remember, seeds, they carry volatile oils. They will make it bitter. Okay. This is coming up to about, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. I need those are the things that I need in here. Yeah. If we can have a smaller bottle, that's for the others. Even with one with a big mouth, but it can also be closed. If you washed your hands, yeah, you can use your hands. We've been living with the bacteria all our lives. We never died. I grew up, we would share an apple, 10 of us, one bites here, one bites there, one bite there. Yeah, in our days, we would wash all our hands in the same dirty water, and we were busy going. Yeah, so bacteria is always there in the air, but the only thing that we want to do is not to give it an environment for it to thrive. Yeah, that's very essential. Right. Do you have any burning questions concerning the industrial side of things as well as the garden? While we are finishing on this, we're about to go to the garden. Anything that on what I've presented, be it on the industrial side or as well as the gardening. Yes. You heard me correctly. Okay. Can you just close it? All right. Yes. You had a question? Okay, just bring the teaspoon that is in the one we use for eating. Yes, what was the question? Okay. Who heard it? Yes, it helps. Right. Remember, the approach is not particularly just on its own. The lifestyle, everything, your new study as well. So, it's part of the then. Yeah? Remember, we have ascertained the cause, we've corrected the wrong habits, we've done. It's part of those three are in then. Okay. All right. So people, for whatever ailment, this apparently can help. Okay. You want to talk of your diabetes, you want to talk of whatever, all your cancers. This is just part of what you can add. For those who want also to lose weight, it also worked. For those who want to have perfect good skin, I recommend go on a 10-day cleansing. Just raw foods. All right. And then you actually be applying. When we crafted it, it's 1 liter designed for 10 days on 2 meals per day, morning and the evening meal. And then you actually being to be very, very happy on it. All right. In the absence of thank you. Teaspoon of, I'm using my experience now. It's not like the chefs measure the teaspoon, but yes, it works. Whilst turmeric is very, very good, but you don't need to add too much at any go, because it's a laxative. You can actually make you have diarrhea if it becomes too much. Okay. Yeah, you use it for coloring rice, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, that's cayenne pepper. This chili is very, very good for the heart, eh? No, 1 full tablespoon. Teaspoon, sorry, teaspoon. Okay, where is that other one? You can just add it. We'll add the remaining tomorrow when we have sieved it. I prefer a glass. I'm just crazy about glass. And then possibly also our earthen vessels as well. If we know how to craft them, we can also use our earthen vessels. It's just lemon juice. The one that was remaining. Yeah, it's just lemon juice. So, okay, gluten, this can go away. Okay. This can apparently go away. Now, for those, hello, we are in class. Okay, don't stand in front of the camera. We can just wrap up our things. You can come wrap up our things and we clean. For those who came late, I want ultimate teamwork this afternoon. Did you hear that? Yes. I'm thinking we are now running out of schedule because we have to finish our bed. I had asked the ladies to just make our garden. What term did I use? Manicured. Nobody has visited it. I thought today we would have some people who said they are not going for walking. They will gather some material. Nothing happened. I don't want to go to Zimbabwe a disappointed man. You had so much motivated me yesterday. So please, I don't want to go to Zimbabwe a disappointed man. Rehama, you'll be in charge of collecting organic material. Does that make you happy? Okay. Right. Abambo, you'll be in charge of the manure. There's the manure that's here. Okay? Yeah. There's 2 bags of manure there. There's also the mature one that is there. All right? And then Makuta, Fraser, Wongani. Our bed that we are working on needs to be perfected, to be made Mhizha-licious. The door size 2 by what? 2 by 1 meter. Okay. We're also going to be working on the tires. I would have loved us to have but okay, we'll make use of what we have. I'll be talking about them. Those are containers. The containers that we usually throw away, your bathtubs when they are no longer used, you can actually make everything to the garden. Okay, we've got some tires. Whatever you think is no longer, as long as it is a container, it got holes, it can apparently go where? Go into the garden and make designs out of what? Out of them. So that's one of those things we will need. So I'll start with who now? You are already sorted. Yeah, for manpower. Rehama, what's your name again? McDonald. And you? Mike. Okay, there is your supervisor there. We need plenty. You saw what we did with organic matter. The one that was gathered there. I want that particular one. And Kumwenda. Okay, you're all working with the Malume there. We need quite manpower. And your name again? Maya. Okay, I will never forget that one. I've got a little daughter called Maya as well. Okay, I will never forget it again. So you guys, you organize our manures. You are free to also pinch the other labors of the people that I did not point. Are we happy with that? But let us work efficiently and with speed. If you can do that, and then we're going to the garden. Are we all happy? Does that make you happy? Okay. You heard that. It wasn't me. So okay, you can lead the way. Maybe probably just positioning where you want the tires and whatnot. And then should we need Rex? We just want to, so we want to leave the guidance. It's our garden, it's not their garden, remember? Okay? So they must do it. Say, you must perfect now the plan, Tadala. Okay? We have combined the plans, but no, okay, fused them together, but you perfected the plan on the ground. They were sometimes using the marks that are not the proper one. Perfect it. Need me. You get a tape measure. You perfect the plan, so that the mandulas will remain putting our plan into place, and they will be posting things. We allow them to eat on condition that they continue with what they continue with the garden. Are the instructions clear? Okay, Tsilufelo, which one? Where do you want to go to? Okay, go ahead. And when you come from the juice, you join Tadala. Aha. Okay, those that I did not appoint, you are in charge of the water. Where's Gilbert? No, you are not with the Tadala. Okay, you are in charge of the water board, but I'll give you also the young guys, all right? And also you, Betha, you're also with the water board. Thank you so much. Can we attend we want to do it efficiently and with the speed. Okay? Yeah. The rule of the game today is speed and efficiency. How about that? Are we happy with that? Thank you so much. Let's go to our tasks.